a video about all the cool things that I've been doing in Paris and in France. This one's a little bit different. This one's all about food and it is delicious. So here are my few picks of things that I definitely recommend that you try when you're in France, when you're in Paris, when you're anywhere in the country.
One of the highlights of Paris is their buttery, soft, yet oh so flaky croissant and pain au chocolat. They make for a great breakfast but also the perfect 4 p.m. snack and best eaten hot, fresh out of the oven. Caramelized onions, lots of cheese and a toasty baguette makes for one delicious French onion soup that I highly recommend trying.
So one of the best things you can eat when you're in Paris or France and you're on a budget is just grab one of these monstrous like sandwiches. They're so good. They're usually about 4.50 to €5 and it comes stuffed with say ham, cheese, sometimes chicken, sometimes avocado. Get lots of veggie options. So quick, easy and delicious.
Oysters are another great pick when you're in Paris. I found it easier to find them in northern France if I'm being honest, but restaurants in Paris will definitely have them as well. Much like the oysters, moules and frites or mussels and fries is also not easily found in Paris, but if you're in France, I still recommend you indulging in this. They're delicious. There's no denying that one of the best things to eat in Paris is a beautiful crepe. These wafer-thin like crisp pancakes are a unique snack found at every street corner and also work as a filling meal. You can have them with a savory stuffing or even a sweet version with butter, sugar and lots of Nutella. My personal favorite is a banana stuffed crepe and this particular one came drowning in rum. A wonderful French delicacy to try is escargot or snails, and now I know this might seem off-putting to most, but believe me when I tell you they are incredibly delicious and an absolute must try. You can't visit France and not try their escargot.
So it's Saturday morning. I've actually had breakfast, but I had to come here because it's been so highly suggested. I wanted to say requested because a lot of people are just like, you gotta go here, you gotta go to Angelina. So here I am. I'm at Angelina and I'm gonna try their famous hot chocolate.
I'm not a big chocolate fan, but even I can admit that this is one decadent cup of silky chocolate, perfect to warm you up on a cold day. There's a lot to nibble on from the menu or the pastry section, but the signature dessert here is the Mont Blanc, a mountain of chocolate chestnut and cream, and between the Mont Blanc and a hot chocolate, you've got yourself a very filling meal. The most popular dessert, or shall I say sweet treat, is the macaroon. It's got a cult-like following and every single patisserie makes their own. The most popular names of course are La Durée and Pierre Hermès, so of course both places are supremely crowded but worth visiting.
So the coolest thing just happened. I came to Pierre Hermès. I wanted to try a macaroon. I actually wanted to go across the road to La Durée and try the macaroon, but it was super crowded and I just didn't think it was worth it. So I came across here because I wanted to have this as well. And they had an Instagram contest and it said you just had to take a photo and put it up, tag them, and you get a free macaroon. How cool! So here's my free macaroon. and I picked orange because I didn't want any of the chocolate flavors. Oh, so good.
Now, this isn't so much of a dish that you need to try, but more a culinary experience that's too darn fabulous to ignore. The afternoon high tea at the Peninsula Hotel is nothing short of magnificent. Every single treat on that tower of sweet, salty and savory bites is delicious, but a special round of applause is reserved for their brilliant macaroon. The entire high tea experience is unlike any I've ever had, and I highly recommend skipping a meal just to indulge here. First time I am trying a macaroon in Paris. I've been here 2 days, and this is the first macaroon I'm trying. But what's interesting is that this is a foie gras and pistachio macaroon. I don't think I've ever even heard of that combination as a dessert. Yeah, definitely it's subtle. It's definitely foie gras with a lot of pistachio studded around, and it is delicious. Little bit special tonight because we're doing something, I want to say that's typically Parisian, or that's just popular when people come to Paris. We're at the Lido show. I'm going to show you all around, but just settling in. We're going to go have dinner first, which is a lovely 3-course meal with a glass of champagne, and then enjoy the show. Last but certainly not the least is another fabulous Parisian experience. The Lido is a beautiful show that people throng to see, and while every bit of the show is incredible, I have to say that the dinner before is simply marvelous. You can choose a dinner menu based on the package that you buy for the show, but each one is just as delicious as the other. Mine was a 3-course meal with champagne, and it was so memorable that I'd go back in a heartbeat. So that was my Parisian food roundup, things that I recommend and enjoyed eating. By no means is this a complete guide, but it is enough to give you a little food for thought. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big fat thumbs up and like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more videos coming up soon. And if you really did enjoy it, then leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you.